see this part, but yeah. So I'm doing lat pull downs. Hold on. What was I gonna say? So somebody was telling me, I don't know, I always see this here, people like leave it. They leave this thing to like make this come down. But so I'm trying it. I'm trying it so it's like I don't have to reach up so high. Even though I can reach it, then you gotta like when the weight is heavy, you gotta like readjust and you gotta like retract your what is it? Your scapula and all this back here so you can start the movement. So anyways, I'm gonna try that. And I'm trying last time I was doing the handle that was like more like neutral, but I think I need to just stick to overhand grip. So I'm kind of going, hey, morning. I'm just getting started. But yeah, like I'm supposed to be on here earlier. I wanted to get up here earlier, but I just had a mishap. What happened was, remember, I don't know if you guys remember me showing you the deodorant that I use, that Gillette or whatever. So I don't know, it just kind of like the bottom part where you like twist it like came out and then like all the stuff came out. But you know, it's kind of like a gel. So it like was like spilling out and I had to like clean it up. So it's like, then I had to like save it. So I had to try to put it back in the thing. Like it was crazy. So anyway, so that was that. And yeah, so I'm kind of like late. That didn't like throw me off too bad. Don't get me wrong. My alarm went off at 3:45 and I went back to sleep till like 4 something. And I was kind of like dragging a little bit. I had to like do laundry, finish a load of clothes. So anyways, I'm here now. But it's back day and upper body day. The other thing I was thinking too, I know I said I'd do 5 days a week. So I started my 5 days yesterday, doing like hip thrusts and stuff. But I'm kind of thinking I might try 7 days, but just spread everything out. So like maybe I'd come to the gym and only do like 2 or 3 movements, but like hit those hard. You know what I mean? What time to go to bed? I usually try to go to bed at like by 9, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Last night I was like up, kind of like just scrolling and stuff, or kind of just like thinking about stuff, and that was like till 10:45. So, how about you? What time do you go to bed? Or like, what's kind of like your wake and sleep cycle, or whatever? I'm still warming up. Let me see. Cause I got this lower now, so I don't have to like pull it down so far when I start the movement. Hey, morning. What's up? I'm good. How are you? You too. All right. 10 p.m. until about 6. Okay. That's good. That's not too bad. That's good. Like, that's like a full night's rest. But yeah, I mean, I just been kind of, well, the other thing is like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I've been coming to the gym, it does take a little bit to like warm up. So I've been here for a little bit. It's kind of like setting up my camera and stuff and like warming up. But typically, I've been trying to get up here by like 5:10 or 5:15, no later. But today I got here like 5:50. So it's all good. I just gotta, you know how you had to reset because things start getting later and later. But yeah, so I don't know how I feel about. Here, let me go this way. I don't know how I feel about how that felt. I kind of feel like I want to go back to that same handle. I mean, I've been using that handle. I just felt like maybe I need to, like kind of stick with, because I mean, when you do overhand grip, that's a different feel too. I just feel like a little bit of shoulders going on. But let me do one more warm up set and see. If not, I might go outside and get the other handle. Hey, happy Monday. It was good. I mean, I just took my little rest days. What is it? Friday and Saturday. And I was back at the gym yesterday. I just didn't get on live or anything. I went heavy on hip thrust. Like I went like pretty heavy. So, and I just be like in the zone. Like I'm telling you, I be in the zone. But I realized this is like, if you guys want to just like hang out with me and stuff, I could just be on here. I mean, I may not be talking too much because like, but you can visibly see that I'm like in the zone. Like, you know what I mean? So I got to give you guys a disclaimer. So if I do, because I was like, why not? I mean, you guys know I'm working out. I can't just like talk every 5 seconds. You know what I mean? There is like some method to the madness. So yeah, I was like, okay, I'll just go live next Sunday. If I don't rewrite my program this week, because like I said, I'm thinking about maybe doing 7 days just to like distribute everything. But I honestly still don't know how that's going to work. Because I'm not going to lie, I'll be here, I'll do like 5 or 6 exercises, and I'm pretty burnt out by the time I leave here. I'm not going to lie. Especially with me doing cardio now. Like, I'm not going to be invincible like, oh, I just be leaving here feeling like great. No. I be leaving here like drained. And I'll be like, oh my gosh. So, okay, let me do this. And then I thought about, I could just like check in with you guys more often, even though that's a priority, but it's like not the main one, right? But like, what makes more sense for like the workout and stuff like that. But I was like, technically, I could go live every day if I came up here every day, technically, you know. All right. This one's all right. I'm just not really feeling it right now. I do feel like a little bit of rear delts. It's not like taking over, but I just feel like when I'm doing that other grip, which I'll show you, it just feels like I'm just more in control of because I'm holding it more like this. I'm not holding it this way. I'm holding it this way, and I'm just like, yeah, like I'm just like, like you know what I mean. Versus, so I'm gonna put this back. Is it hard for you to work a lot? I look like you train a lot. Well, no, I mean I'm here 5 days a week. So for like 2.5 hours. So I'll be right back. Hey, I feel like I haven't talked to you lately. Can you hear me? I said I saw you yesterday. I was like, we haven't caught up lately. I feel like when we first met, we used to talk a lot more.
Huh?
Oh, you didn't
My
hear me.
bad. No, I ain't hear shit. I'm like so zoned out. I'm sorry.
No. I was saying when we first met, I feel like we used to talk more and catch up more, but now
Yeah.
it's just like hi and bye. But it's
Yeah.
all good. You
You
understand?
just be locked in.
I
You know
know.
what I mean?
I know. Yeah. All right, this one. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just feels better. I don't know. So, and I've already like been working up and weight with that one, so why disturb it? I just had to go outside and get that, like walk through the little walkway. Even though when you get out the gym too, the doors are closed and they have like the heat blowing. But like just to get there, it's like yesterday. I looked at it. Actually, I didn't even realize. You know how like Google will, or maybe your phone will like tell you like tomorrow it's gonna be. Hold on. Tomorrow it's gonna be 28 degrees less than it was today, and I was like, what? So it's like right now it's like 48 degrees here in Houston. So that's another reason why I was slowed down this morning because now I'm wearing these leggings. And I'm not gonna lie, it takes a lot to pull these up. Like, no, you have to go little by little. If you don't go slow to pull these up, you can like rip them. You know what I mean? Or you could rip this. There's like a scrunch right here. And I've done it. I mean, I'm not trying to, I'm telling you, like, I've been rushing. I'm just like pulling them up. They used to go little by little. Like, you have to go really slow. So that's another thing. And you know, I don't know if you guys know, like I don't really like wearing leggings because I don't think they're as flattering. I just love my shorts. So that's another little adjustment. It's like it's like cold today and stuff. Oh really? Okay. Yeah, nice week. Yeah, I had a good weekend. Oh, you're doing legs. Okay, well good luck to you. I'm kind of jumping back into doing some quad stuff. So I don't really know if I want to like do like Smith machine squats or some type of like squat pro machine. See, like this one, I don't know if you guys see me do this one for the Bulgarians I did last week. I can do that for squats coming up. So I think this week I'm just like sit down and try to like figure out um how I want to do this. Okay, it's not gonna work. Hold on. You know, and kind of like rework it by kind of rework everything. You know, because I've been sticking with this particular program for several weeks now. Probably not as long as the last one. The last one I went on for like 12, maybe 15 weeks. I know 12 and 15 aren't even close. In between there. And I think I got some good results. But you got to switch it up. All right, so let's do this again. This is at 140. Yeah. I put this back down because you just never know. Like once I went up here to put this on, it felt like it was gonna fall. Like felt like it was gonna fall when I took the pin out. It felt like it was gonna fall. So I'm just gonna not mess around with these things up here. I need to finish my pre-workout because I'm still not with it. Okay. Okay. That was what, like six good reps. So whatever. I get again exposure. I'm exposing little by little. I'm gonna get more and more, like one more rep, two more reps. So it's all good. And I'm gonna just go down. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this one, I usually wear pink. I'm not gonna lie. This in certain lighting looks purple, right? Doesn't it look kind of like lavender or something like that? But then look, even me stepping back doesn't look more pink. But then when I get closer, it's like an illusion. So it's like, okay, I think it passes. I think it can pass more as somewhat pink. But, I don't know. It's kind of throwing me off because I generally just have shoes that kind of match all my outfits. These shoes are like light pink, right? I know I'm getting, you guys are probably like, what are you talking about? The shoes don't match how I want them to match, but that's because this outfit color is not really one of my colors, one of my main colors. That's why it doesn't go. It's all good. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? It's not bad, but it's just not perfect. Second favorite color? Well, I like black. I don't. Is black a color? I know, like some people say black's not a color. I like black. I actually like gray. Like I wear like outside of here, I'll wear like all black. Wear like black. I'll wear like gray and stuff. But as far as like an actual rainbow color, not really. I don't know. I just like pink. For the most part. As far as like as far as what I think looks flattering on me and stuff like that. So, I guess everybody's got their stuff. You know. So, hey, is it Jatine? Hey, good morning. Generally, well, as of lately, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not. I've told you guys this. Like, I go into ChatGPT and tell it what I want to do. It's like, hey, I want this type of frame. I want this type of figure. And I try to emphasize. I'd be like, I don't want crazy calves or whatever. Like, I just want a shadow effect. And that's kind of like, stuff like that. And I literally put in those things. And it's like, okay, well, you should do it like this. You shouldn't be doing movements that, make you too big and bulky and everything like that. So it kind of emphasizes. Sorry, I keep seeing people. You know what I mean? And so, like once I told it, like, okay, I had this little shoulder thing going on back here. So it was like, okay, so you don't need to, you need to change your grip up like this. Like, so it helped me. So I'm not gonna lie, yes. I work together with ChatGPT, but I mean, I generally know, like when it tries to hit me with movements, I'm like, no, that's not gonna work for me. I know how to like adapt and be like, okay, I'm gonna do it on the Smith machine versus with a barbell. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just think it's efficient. I had this conversation with you guys, some of you guys the other day, like who's into AI and who's not into AI. I'm not saying I trust it with my life per se, but I do think it's a tool. I mean, it's really just like a conglomerate of information. Like you take what you want from it, but why knock it? So I don't know. That's how I feel. Okay, I'm at 130, but you get what I mean about that. So I'm not ashamed to be like, oh, and then it's not even like I'm like, oh, well, I need to be all like, I design my own programs. I write them from scratch. That doesn't, if you have the skills to know what to input, hold on, let me do this set. Okay. You know what I mean? When you're using AI, you gotta know how to prompt anyways. You can't just go in there and just start like asking it stuff without prompting is very important. That's what I learned early. I mean, because like ChatGPT has only been out for like a few years now, right? When I got on there, just doing all types of stuff, I was just asking stuff. But I was talking to somebody who was kind of into AI too here at the gym, and they were like, you gotta prompt. You gotta know how to ask it stuff. You even sometimes can ask it to give you a prompt that you can then feed back into it, and then it can give you even more like specialized, specific results. Hey, oh, you're here. Okay. Oh, that's good. You're here. Yeah, I'm gonna be in here because it's cool. I mean, well, walking out there is cool, but it's kind of warm. Like I think they got the heat on. You won't be out. You like the chest stuff out there, right? You're like, no, okay. I feel you. Yeah. You guys you get what I mean? So Amazon work. Yeah, right. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I just be working out, y'all. It's. I was somebody was telling me. Somebody was writing me a comment, which I'm not gonna get into it, about. I say I'm not an expert. It's true. I don't try to like minimize though. Like I do have certain knowledge that I've built for my body, but I also don't really know. Like if somebody's saying, "Hey, how do I get from this to that?" I couldn't really tell you per se, because I haven't studied fitness to the level to be like, okay, I know exactly. I've just tried enough stuff and watched enough videos and seen enough things to be like, okay, I'm gonna try this for me. And that's it. Even though you guys are welcome to ask me stuff, but that's why I keep saying like, no, because here's the thing, and I'm not saying people come back to me, but all these people online, they be trying to like tell people what to do. Okay, this is how you do it. And then when it doesn't work out for somebody, they come back and be like, well, you told me to do this, or you're spreading this information, when it's really not. A lot of times it's not spreading false information. It's like, that's what works for you. But I do see false information. I see people do exercises completely wrong and nobody corrects them. And people in the comments like, great job, that looks great. Like, and I'm just like, what? So there's just so many different, I don't want to get into that. Like general stuff. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you guys what I know, but I don't even, like, for example, when it comes to like hypertrophy, I have a good gist of it, but I still don't really understand all the mechanisms, every single scientific, no, that's the thing. I really, yeah. Hopefully that made sense to you guys, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, look, don't start asking me, because I probably can't explain things in the best way possible for a beginner to just be like, okay, yeah. But yeah, when you spend enough time in the gym, truly, you pick up on stuff. You really do. Like, so it's not even like you got to be in a classroom to learn stuff like this. Okay. I don't even remember how I stopped counting. But if anything, it's like, let's just go off some vibes. I know I was getting some reps in, but I just don't know how many it was. So what's up with y'all? What y'all got going on? Anybody working out? Let's see. Serious. Okay. Is it hard to find men to date stronger frame than me? I mean, that's an interesting question. I'm not really dating right now, so I'll put that out there. That's one thing. But how do I put it? I feel like if I was going to, I definitely would try to meet somebody who's already in the gym type of thing. But then here's the thing. I have this rule where I don't want to talk to anybody from at least this gym, because I have to be here. And if anything were to go down, I'm not trying to have to, move my time and feel all weird. It's already, I have to lock in to my set, and then to like see somebody that no. So that's one thing. Okay, so that's just that aspect. But you're talking about like physically. I mean, I don't think that's that hard to find. Not, it's not like you go out searching, okay, who's got the best body or whatever. No. Like, it's, I guess, whatever circles you're in. But I don't look at it like you have to have like a certain body per se, but I definitely think it comes with the territory if that's part of your lifestyle too. And what I was explaining last time was that regardless, I definitely want somebody who's, you know, in the gym just as much as I am for whatever reason. It's not like a requirement, but it's just like, why not? Why not just align in that type of way? Um, I always give these roundabout answers, like not roundabout, but long-winded. Okay, Zephyr squats built. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, what are the? I don't know all this stuff. What is this? Zephyr squats? I'm gonna have to look that up. You guys are always telling me about stuff too. That's the thing. What am I doing today? What am I? We're doing. I'm doing back, shoulders, arms. How about you? You got an ASMR channel? I gotta come check that out. That's always so interesting to me. Like, but I also don't understand what ASMR is. Like, truly, like, is it? I mean, I feel like it's a real thing, but I also feel like everybody wants to do a chant. Not you, but everybody wants to do a channel. Hey, bye. See, people are leaving. I'm saying hi. They're leaving, but like I read like the sensations do something to the brain, or it kind of induces some type of relaxed state. But it's like at the end of the day, is everybody watching for that, or is it really, you know what I mean? It's definitely interesting. It's definitely interesting. So I'm gonna have to come check that out. ASMR channels seem really popular, or I don't know if it's like a waves and stuff. Those and eating channels where you just sit down and eat, mukbangs, all that. I've definitely considered doing that stuff, but it's like I don't know how I would make it fit with this life, with my lifestyle as a gym. You know what I mean? Because I could go sit down at all these places just like the rest of them and eat up all that stuff. That stuff is good tasting, right? But I was talking to somebody yesterday. They were talking about they were actually doing these McDonald's challenges where they were eating these foods every single day for a challenge, and they grew followers. But then they got sick. Like they actually had something start getting messed up with their stomach. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. But I told them half these people, it's all smoke and mirrors. They be eating that food, and then they be spitting it out. I mean, and if they are eating and swallowing that food, you have to accommodate for that. That stuff doesn't just go away out of your system. And if you're not already in the gym really burning all that stuff off, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, that's out. No, because I considered it. I was like, oh, I could do that. That looks easy. Because I'm a foodie. Like I could, oh my gosh. There's a video I watched like a couple days ago. This guy was eating cheesecake in his car from Cheesecake Factory. Like a Snickers one. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I could do that. Or I would want to do that. But he was just like, yeah, I probably just ate, just in those 2 bites, like 1,000 or 2,000 calories. And see, I was like, that's not gonna work for me. I can't. Like, the amount of time I put in over here at the gym, it just would never work. But again, it's entertaining to watch, don't get me wrong, because you live by kind of vicariously through these people, and you kind of see all of her, they make it look interesting. They're all slurping and stuff. But anyways, I don't even know how we got on this, but I'm gonna do one more of these and then we'll move on. Is that a standstill? No, I feel you. Okay. No, I didn't. Well, see, I don't even know how to. I didn't get out of here, so I was like, okay, maybe I'll check it. That's cool. Look, I took a little break on this channel, and you know, you just get back to it if that's what you're interested in doing. You know. All right, y'all. I was kind of talking that last set, but I'm gonna do a little bit more. Yeah, I'll do the 130 again. All right, y'all. So Yeah, I was up here yesterday and it was like warm. I was outside. They had the doors up. It actually felt really nice yesterday. But again, it's still kind of like this spring, so it's kind of trying to get to its, I guess, equilibrium. Like the weather keeps like one day it's warm, one day it's cold. It hasn't been this cold since like probably like January or so, like the winter time. So it's like a little cold front coming through. I'm gonna grab some water. Yeah, I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure out if I'm gonna do 7 days because if I rewrite it, my program kind of thing, I gotta start. I can't just start in the middle of the week. I gotta start at a checkpoint, like a reset point. I gotta finish out this week and then roll it. That's fine. It'll probably just be more of a Sunday start. We'll see. I mean, I know some people that come up here every day, but they don't really go hard every day. They more so like go hard the majority of days of the week, and then they'll do like a active recovery or like cardio or like abs or something um, on like 1 or 2 of those days. But that might be, and that's what I'm saying. I keep telling you guys, maybe I'm not an expert. It's not the right thing to say, but it's more of I'm just trying stuff. Like it's not like I'm just winging it per se, but I do try stuff because so now I'm like I said, I'm trying to see if, like I said, if I do 7 days, I could come in here, do like 2 or 3 exercises, and then I leave here, say within an hour, hour and a half. So that already satisfies. Remember, I told you I'm trying to work on my workouts taking forever. That's one thing. And then I don't leave here super depleted and be like, oh my gosh, because I eat and everything. I take my intra workout carbs and stuff, and sometimes I still just feel like, oh, I'm so drained. Um, and that's the thing. You try and you see what works. Okay, I'm not gonna be talking this set. Okay. All right, I'm good with that. All right, y'all. I'm just be moving through. I'll be checking with y'all. But it's a healthy balance. At the end of the day, I was just like I do want to chat with y'all. But the thing is, which I've even considered doing too, I do like the fact that I can go live because it's pretty straightforward. You just turn it on and you just get on here and start talking. I mean, literally, it's no editing. I mean, like I said, the only downside would be like if I just did something that I wanted to, something embarrassing, and then like I want to edit it out. I just can't. But whatever. So, but I was thinking, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm at the gym technically, so I can't talk every 5 seconds. What you guys get. Hold on, I'm gonna take this back outside. Part of me wants to leave it in here, but I told y'all something within me makes me want to put everything back where it goes. At least at the gym. But I mean, every single time I need this, I have to go back outside to get it. Oh, it's cold. It'd be kind of cool if there's like a feature where you could like feel what I'm feeling, like interactive. No, you know, they don't got the heat blowing. You know what I'm saying? Like they got the doors closed, but the heat is blowing a little bit. So, see, they didn't do this last year. Last year, well, actually, they did have the heat last year. Sometimes. So sometimes you come out here and it'll be like really cold, like no heat at all. You just feel the outside with the doors closed. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. I think maybe they just try to be a little bit more accommodating to people who still want to work out in the little, I guess you call it warehouse type of setup. So they just make it feel like, I don't know, not really room temperature, but comfortable. But I remember last year when it would be cold, like you would just be in there and it just would be cold. Your nose, well, like my nose, I mean, I'm just be honest, my nose be running and stuff when I'm cold. Your nose is running and, but I'm trying to think if there's anything I need to do out there. I don't think so. I think I can be in here for what I need. Hey, Derek. But yeah, you guys get what I mean? Like, because, like, you know what I mean? Well, no, I'm not the type to be like, okay, guys, come watch me do my thing, da, 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 like, just watch me, da, da, da. Like, I do feel like, I mean, if you guys are going to be on here with me, I feel like I want to be chatting and stuff. And I will get to chatting and I will just, like, not focus on what I need to be doing. So, all right, I'm going to do, what am I doing? I think I'm going to do this one again. Part of me said I was going to move on from this one because I don't think it's even. I think when they set it up, they set it up and it's uneven. It's very minimal. It's very, very minimal, but I can tell one of these arms is up higher than the other. But this is a good machine. That's the thing. So it's like, not really rest in peace, but I just, I don't know. I'm trying to see what I'm doing, processing right now in my head is like, what are the alternatives? The alternatives are things that I don't want to do because we got the cable, the seated row, the cable seated row, that one, hold on. See, that's the thing. The deodorant situation. I'm telling you, that's the thing. When you go live, it's just, you just raw. Like, you know what I mean? You can't edit this stuff out. It's all good because it is what it is. Nah, because I was telling you when my deodorant kind of like fell apart this morning, I had to like start scooping it out of the thing and just like trying to save it. This is not what you want to be dealing with at 5 o'clock in the morning, but yeah. So like I said, the cable machine, I pull it and it's like, feels like it's stretching some type of ligament right here. So I'm not doing something right with that. All right, I think this is gonna be it. I can't think of a better alternative right now because this machine is good. It's just, I think there's something wrong with it. Whatever. All right, just a little warm up. Trying to see how that looks. I never know how it looks. All right. Let me try something. Oh, that wasn't even... Wait, what am I doing? I usually have it... Let me see. Because the pad is coming right here. It kind of feels uncomfortable. But let me see if this comes... So that's coming up higher. Okay. That might be better. But the lift off, that's the only thing with the lift off. I really have to reach around, and as the weight gets heavier, it's gonna be even more you know, kind of weird to... Let me see. So that's at 4. We got 3. This could work. There's 3 1. And then there's 2. Hold on. Actually, 2 or 3. This is 2. Yeah, this is good. This 2. So you got all the way at the top, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna go with 2. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna hit the 55s. I'm gonna hit the 55 dumbbells for shoulder press. I'm already thinking about it. That's just how it is. Like, I'm always like thinking ahead. Like, okay, I gotta do this today. Like, no, because it's that and hip thrust that I'm just inching stuff higher and higher and higher. You know what I mean? So it's that exposure. Like yesterday, I did hip thrust on the Smith machine, 5 plates per side, and I added 15 on top of that, 15 to one side and 15 to, so another 30. So that equal. Somebody was over here like trying to help me count it. They're like, so how much is that? And I was just like, well, because what you have to consider, okay, don't get me started on this pet peeve of mine. Like, people just be like trying to think the Smith machine is the same as a barbell. I don't know why it's not common sense that it's not. I'm not trying to go off, but it's just like truly like it's not the same. But people be like, okay, that's 405. Like, if you have 4 plates on each side, it's like it's 405. Like, it's the same thing as a barbell. It's not. It doesn't take much to just go look at the machine, and on the side of it, it's gonna tell you what the starting weight is. This Smith machine over here, well, I don't know if you can see this far. These two, it's a starting weight of 30. So just to be out here being like, oh, I did this, I did that, I did 4 plates on this, and I did 3 plates on that, 5 plates on this. It's not the same it's saying I did 5 plates on whatever. And I don't know why, even though like I'd be teasing and saying gym math and who, I don't really always calculate the exact weight. That is common sense. So, anyways, well, the person I was talking to, they were like trying to calculate it that way. And I was like, well, no. You have to count for the bar. The bar is not the same bar as a barbell. And they were like, oh, yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? I didn't go in on that. But so if I didn't give you any tips today, don't be that guy or girl who tries to act like it's the same, because it's not. And on top of that, I think the resistance is going to be, it's a different curve. It's a different range. It's a more fixed range of motion. So all that plays into how heavy or light the weight feels on the body. It's not the same. Yeah, again, like on my warm-up stuff, I don't really try to shut it down. Hey, good morning, Pooh. Have you run it? No, I'm not into running. If anything, my endurance is probably not where it needs to be, per se. But again, who's to say where it needs to be? I think a lot of people think if you work out, you're supposed to be like, it just depends on what you're training. Some people who work out don't have that agility. Some people who work out don't have endurance. It's all what you're training for. I've told you guys I train for aesthetics. Kind of like more, not really, I don't want to call it bodybuilding because I'm way far away from being a bodybuilder, but it's fits more into that. Again, I don't even want to say that, but if anything, what would be closest to it, because I'm trying to make my body look a certain way. So again, that doesn't necessarily come with endurance. That doesn't come with cardiovascular stuff necessarily. As far as, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even claim to be, some people say I'm strong at certain lifts. Don't get me wrong. People are like, oh, you're so strong. Yeah, but I'm strong because I keep working at that so I can grow it. It's not because I'm just out here trying to ego lift and be like, yeah, I'm the strongest one here. Hey. Oh, thank you, Chris. Is it Kane? Hey. What guy? What are you talking about? Don't make me turn around. I'm gonna look in a sec. You know what I mean? I'm gonna catch it. You guys got me looking around. Don't get me in trouble over here. But yeah, I just be rapping. So what I was saying is, I don't try to, shut it down with the warm-up sets. I just do enough to really feel that squeeze and feel that range. I need to get a journal. Again, ChatGPT can help me with that. I mean, I know it sounds crazy. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot. Some people tease. I'm not gonna lie. People like, oh, you be using ChatGPT. I mean, it's like it's like almost like they tease as though that's a bad thing. It's all perspective. But like, no, I've been aware that I need to track more. The amount of movements I do, I need to track. I see people in here, they be having little journals and they be writing down what weight they did. And that's the thing. If I was going to encourage anybody to do anything, it'd be that. I'm not even doing that because I think I can remember, but then I get back around and I'm like, wait, what did I do last time? And if I recall, I did 2 plates a 10 and a 5, I believe. But to be honestly, to be absolutely sure, writing it down is going to be another step. So you guys need to hold me accountable for that. Because if you don't track it right, and you like did the same, keep doing the same way you did last time because you don't remember what you did last time, then you're not. That's definitely a reason why you wouldn't progress. Or for however many reps you did. That's the thing. Okay, wait. Last time I got that. Last time I did that for 6 reps. Last time I did that for 8 reps. Therefore, I'm almost sure or confident that I'd be able to. But sometimes I don't remember, and I'm like, have I done this before? And then it kind of throws me off with like the confidence I feel going into that set, because I'm like, I don't know if I've done this before. Again, it's a little balance, because if you've never done something before too, you kind of have to be just aware of that. Hold on, I'm about to keep talking, but do you get what I mean? Like, for me, if I haven't done something before, I'm already like, hey, I'm just doing this, I'm trying it, I'm seeing what I get to, whatever. But when I know I've already done it, there's no talking myself out of it or negotiating. It's like, I've done this before. Stop messing around. So that was my long roundabout way of saying it's good to track. As of lately, I've been able to kind of like remember, but I've just been doing so many different movements that I need to really track it to a T. Ah. I kind of was losing grip, but I think that was pretty much the end. Let me try something. Yeah. I was like, is my grip? Am I losing my grip, or am I really failing? It was the grip, but I was still at the end too. So you're just kind of like, the grip. Look, I wear gloves. These ones aren't like super padded, but they do help. But sometimes I could still feel, like, for example, it was like slipping, but I could feel like a lot of friction right in here doing that. I was like, I still have a little bit of calluses, but it's way better than, like, I see some of the girls' hands in here, and their hands be all messed up. See, well, you know what I mean? Like, it's there. I do have it just comes with the territory, but it could be way worse. I wear my gloves every day. Oh no, go ahead. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so you know what I mean? So, and on top of that, I'm not even like a person who cares about like sensations or touch stuff per se, but when I come in here and I'm moving all these weights around and I'm touching all this stuff and all these handles and all these things, I'm just like, I'd rather just have gloves on, not because of germs. I'm not even a germaphobe. It's not germs. It's truly just like the sensations on your hand. Just like there's a lot of like dirt and just residue on stuff. You know what I mean? I just feel like my hands feel a lot cleaner when I'm just touching stuff. See, everything you're just touching. So when I take my gloves off, I just feel like, okay, it's all good. It's even worse outside when you're touching all those barbells and weights that have a whole bunch of rust and stuff on them. It's just like, ugh. Are you really? That's the thing. I'm not really a germ. I'm not a germaphobe. to me, it's just more like the touching stuff, like just everything you're just touching. You know what I mean? So, okay, that was good. See, that's the thing. I need to track that. I don't even remember how many reps that was. Let's go up. Take this 5 off. I'll just add another 10. I mean, with the germs thing, I don't try to discourage anybody because I do think some of it's a psychological stuff. So you can never tell anybody not to be scared of germs if they have a problem. But I just feel like people underestimate their immune system. Like, why do people think we have immune systems if they're not supposed to be working? Like, you'll drive yourself crazy. Not you, but anybody. If everything is about like germs and stuff, I don't care. I really don't like. Don't ask. Like when it was COVID, you don't get me started. I didn't want to wear a mask. Truly, I was just like because I wasn't scared, and I was like, if I get it, I get it. Like, do you realize that you could get COVID from all these different things? Nobody really knew, and so I'm not about to wear this mask because I'm just so scared. So I wasn't wearing my mask. If you would have seen me back then, I wasn't wearing a mask because I don't know if you can see me. I don't really care about stuff like that. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I wash my hands after I use the bathroom, like go to the, typical stuff. I just don't, like I saw this girl on Instagram. She had a glove. She went to the gas tank. She put the glove on. And then when she was done pumping her gas, she took the glove off. And I was just like, I guess. I mean, as long as you're not going to the gas station, pumping your gas, and then going to go eat and lick all over your fingers, really? Like, but next time you go wash your hands or get some hand sanitizer, fine. And I think I've been okay. I'm a pretty fairly healthy person. You know what I mean? Okay, let me prepare myself. I be talking and then I gotta like zone in because I just try to like pick it up and I was like, okay, that feels heavy. Okay. Jump. But see, that's what straps are for. Like, the tension I was feeling right here is not because my grip wasn't slipping completely, but when you have straps, when you have straps, they kind of keep your hand from moving around as well. So that's what I was feeling too. But the kind of setup I have here, I don't have the setup where I can sit up here and wrap my gloves around the handles efficiently and then still sit on the seat. There's different types of grips and stuff. I just don't have that one where you could just like literally reach down and it grips and reach down, grips. Mine, you have to wrap them. So I think that would help with what I'm feeling right now. Oh, you see people don't, yeah, no. I mean, people, right, that's crazy. Like, don't be like, I'm not encouraging that. I'm just saying like, I'm just never the type of person to just run around and be like, ew, germs, ew, that's a bug, ew, that's gross. But there's a lot of people who are, and you're just like, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Generally, you're gonna be okay. You have an immune system. Why do you think you have an immune system if it's not gonna work? That's people eating what? Ew. Are you serious? See, that's crazy. That is so crazy. See, that's the thing. Don't be that guy. But you know what I'm saying. Anyways, so that went well. I'm just kind of inching. See, what I do, I kind of play around. I do have a rhyme or reason. I do just kind of play around too, though. That was like a top. I'd say that was pretty much like a top set. So I'm gonna just bring it down a little bit. I'm gonna just let me just drop down to what I had before, because I know I could do. Now I know that I could do the 2 plates and 2 tens on each side. Anyways, hey Sis, you working out today? What do you got going on? Oh, you said oh you that was you who said you were germaphobe. Wow. Probably after all the trauma you've seen at the gas pump. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. And I'm not even gonna lie. That's gross what they're doing. I wouldn't I wouldn't put it past them if they ended up sick. But at the end of the day, that's why we have an immune system too. I know I keep saying that, but I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't end up sick, because there's so many things we come in contact with that you wouldn't even know you came in contact with, but your body fought it off. You know? You wouldn't even know. Like all the stuff you actually see, you're like, oh, that's a germ, that's you. But there's so many stuff you're like they're breathing in, or you might accidentally touch something, or somebody who's preparing your food, or maybe swallowed a hair. I know this is gross, but you get what I'm saying. So, anyways, we're just talking. You guys are just helping me pass the time. That's all this is. Hey, from Portugal. See, that's what's up. That is crazy. Like, I'm just like wondering who be checking in with me, like where y'all be from and stuff. Okay, you're right. Yeah, that is a lot. You're right. That's why we're talking, because you do that raises a good point. You're right. If we take these precautions, we don't need to rely on it per se. Yeah, I totally get it, especially when it's stuff like actual viruses that truly it doesn't. You gotta try to prevent that stuff. So, I think this is a healthy balance. And I'm talking about too, just the stress of the mindset too. So a lot of people let it stress them. You know what I mean? So you gotta have like a good mental health regarding stuff like that. All right, I'm doing one more here. I probably hear what a lot. What'd you say? Let me scroll up. Technically, let me see. I don't feel like messing around with these straps, but I've tried it. It's just a lot of reaching. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll do it next time. I just know at the end it starts to put a lot of stress right here in this area. All right. I'm good on that. Let's unrack or re-rack, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of cool how it's not that cool, but I don't know if you can see like these they have labels on how many weights you should put on this peg. So what I just did, this doesn't have it. Well, no, it does actually. It has 10 here, and then it's got 2 10s. You see that? If I put 3, but then I was like, no, the third, that I need to go put it over there, because that's got. Anyways, it gets crazy, but it's not like it's not like I guess a rule, but when you see stuff like that, you just realize, because some people will load up a peg and it's just a reminder to distribute it evenly throughout the machines. If you're putting your weights back, you want to kind of spread them out. You know, I mean, if you really break it down to like a certain level, it makes sense. Because if you start loading up a certain pet, see, this has one, so now I gotta, see, look at me preaching about, I think they got too many weights. So I'm gonna just put this here, but you get what I mean? In general, I really just try to spread the weights out from the different like squat racks and stuff like that. Because the pegs, I think that you could weigh down the pegs if you put way too many on one peg. Hey, morning. Morning, California. Okay. You guys are up moving around. Well, it's not even that early. Well, okay, over there, it's like what, 5? Hey, reppin'. Morning. You caught me. You caught me on live. What's up? Yeah, it's good vibes today. I always get kind of like concerned that, hold on, I need to wipe this. I always get concerned that, because when I have my headphones on, I can kind of control the vibe. I can control what I'm listening to. In here, especially like when I'm like live and stuff, I don't have my headphones on. So I just gotta be at the mercy of whatever they're playing. But lately it's been all right. They've been playing decent stuff that I could just work out to. All right, I'm right here. Oh, yeah, 5, sorry, what did I say, 5 a.m.? Yeah, 5:20. Okay, see, that's an interesting question. That's one of my pet peeves. That's one of my pet peeves too. People think that to flatten your stomach, this is a big one. People think to flatten your stomach, you do an exercise. When you have fat on your stomach, that's fat. That's fat, which means it's diet. You have to slim down through calorie deficit and rid the fat. See, like even myself, yeah, I have some loose skin here. Yes, I have that. But I'm not gonna do crunches. Crunches are only going to either strengthen or hypertrophy your core muscles. It's not gonna make the fat go away. You could have a 6-pack under a whole bunch of fat. That fat comes off through the diet. You have to get smaller, you know? So I think a lot of people don't know that. And that's really, and I even hear trainers saying that, okay, do all these, if you wanna, you know, get rid of all that belly fat, you should be doing this and that. And like, no, that's not, it doesn't even make sense when you really think about it. If it's fat, how are you going to, it's almost like people think you can redistribute that fat. Or you can just crunch that fat away. It's not, don't get me started. But hopefully that made sense. Even though it's my pet peeve when people say that, hopefully that made sense, because that is a really big misconception. Once you start to slim down, because you can't, the best way people have said it to me and that I've heard, you can't spot treat fat. When you drop fat, it comes off of all different areas of your body. There's some areas that hold on to fat more. See, like for me, I know where my fat hangs on. My fat hangs on like in here, you know? It hangs on right here a lot too. That's why when you see me in shorts and you see all this kind of like wrinkling fat, that's when like I'm starting to like take the bulk a little too far because it's not as smooth because you see the fat, all this is accumulating. Also, this underbutt is a thing. It's called underbutt. I looked it up. Some women, I don't know if men do it to men, but you have fat that actually holds in this pocket too. So sometimes you can have your butt, but then you have this extra fat butt part. Anyways, so that's what I noticed too. So I'm just like, I want everything popping. But some girls, their butt be popping. They don't store as much fat underneath, so it looks like that perfect P. Anyways, I'm rapping. So again, just remember, you can't spot treat fat. It has to come off through the diet. But I think like a lot of people will hear me say that and they will just be like, that doesn't make sense. No. I feel you. It wouldn't make sense to somebody who thinks working out is like every exercise you do for your shoulders is gonna like fix all that. No, I can train my shoulders, but if I have a high body fat and I have fat sitting all over my arms, there's nothing you can do that's gonna make that go away other than your diet. Anyway. Okay, let's do shoulders. All right, just a little lightweight. This one, it starts to feel a little warm. Okay, there we go. Do the 30s. That was 20. I actually have quite a few pet peeves in the gym, at least. They just have to come about for me to like really speak on them, I feel like. I think a lot of people try to do these. I used to do that, like kind of bounce with it, but you have to just stay planted. All right. Cutting now. Yeah, I don't know. Did you hear my little my little speech? I mean, it's. But once you start to understand that, you get it. Like I've been through some cutting phases and bulking phases, and you really see. Sometimes you have to go through the phases to really understand how your body recomps and how things start moving. Like when I've been a lot leaner, all this is real, like much more flat. You know what I mean? You're just like, oh, okay. But then again, my face starts flattening. You know what I mean? Like I like a chiseled face. I will say that. Like right now, I mean, I don't know. I gotta see it different. But I noticed when I started to gain weight, this guy's getting a little round and stuff. When I start to cut, this starts getting all tight and stuff. You get what I mean? See, you could see my back muscles, but at the same time, they're just not as popping as when you lean out. But again, that's what I said. You lean out, you can really see where that fat is coming off of, because it's gonna come off. It's just about some areas it comes off more, whatever. It's a thing. So you kind of, I would just suggest somebody who really doesn't understand, or they're like, they're doubting. Try it. Go lose like 10, 12 pounds, and you see where that, you see your fat is gonna start coming off all these different areas, especially the tummy. Okay, what am I doing? All right, I'm gonna hit these 55s again. I gotta keep working at it. Let's see. Where am I gonna go? Move over here. All right. If I start getting quiet, you know why. I'm really trying to lock in on these. I know I've been kind of like chatting and stuff, but I'm trying to lock in here. Because once I can do 55 for like all my sets and a good amount of reps, I'll know I've made it. I'm just working at it. What did I do last time? Oh, that's the thing. I'm inside. Inside doesn't have like the half increments, the in-between increments. So you either go from 35 to 40 to 45, versus outside they have like the 47.5s and things like that. But it's okay. I'm not worried about that. I'm not going outside because it's kind of cool. Actually, I think I'll be just fine if I went outside. I just don't think for this warm up that I'm trying to do, I even need to be out there just for the 47.5 increment. I think what I'll do is let's see, 45. I guess I'll just do 45, 50, and then 55. I found that if I warm up closer to the working weight that I want to hit, I'm better off. It's not such a shock to the system, you know? Warm up. That's it. I'm not trying to shut it down. Just trying to warm up, get that. I don't know if I want to call that exposure too. It's all like little exposures. You're just kind of waking everything up. Like, hey, we're about to hit these. We're about to hit these 55s. You gotta get ready. Truly, like, that's the only way I can describe it. Just exposing the muscle to close to what you're about to hit. gonna check in with y'all, but like I said, I gotta stay focused real quick. So far, so good though. Everything's been feeling like really good right here, you know? Nothing's been feeling. There's been times where, like I said, like when I start doing all this strain and stuff and one is going up high and stuff like that is where it gets crazy. You gotta watch it. Cause it's like delicate right in here. You know what I mean? All this rotator cuff stuff. You gotta watch it. You can't just be like reckless. You gotta be very controlled. I don't even know if you get, you know, so all right, let me do the 50s. Just a little bit. A few reps. These are the 50s. Let me just do a few reps. It's just exposure. Just a few. That's it. So the only thing that I think I could work on, which is just playing around with the lift off. What I think I'm doing, what I do is I'm just like sitting there. I kind of like lean forward a little bit so I can kind of like get some like momentum, like lean and then start kicking, you know? But I kind of kick it to like here, maybe I think like more like here and then kind of bring it to here and then go. But I've literally seen some people online and they're kicking they're going like like almost like this and it's getting up like to here first, you know? So I'm gonna try that. But the thing is, then you think about all the energy expenditure just to like do all this leg stuff. But it's true. It's true. If you get, I feel like because when I'm watching how all that's coming together, they're getting it up to here. All they gotta do is just start the rep. I feel like I get it to at least maybe like here, and you know. But you know, I mean, at the end of the day, what I realize is that first rep, trying to get it up, is a lot of upper body stuff. I don't know if it's core. I don't know if it's just some chest stuff. All this is just propelling it up. All right, give me a sec. Trying to give myself just enough time. Because everything is definitely feeling warm. You know? But just mentally, just so I can get, let's see. If I can get to 8, then I'd be a happy camper. Let me know. Let me know if this mic goes out. I got it on noise canceling. So I don't really know the effect of that, whether it like kind of like messes my voice up at all or what. But I just figured since we're in the gym, I would put it a little bit on noise canceling. All right, let's go. cut it to 8. I just feel like 8 just feels like so many reps right now. I feel like I really sized this up. So now I really have to try to get it. Okay. All right, it was 7, right? I don't know if you guys counted. I wasn't gonna try for the 8th because you just know. You just know when, if you go for another, you might tweak something. You know what I mean? It's just something like when you've been training for a little while now, you're just like, I could try, but then that's gonna set me back. I've been set back a couple times on this shoulder press journey. I don't try to compare my weight to other people, but like I saw on Instagram, these girls, they lift and stuff too, right? But so one girl was like doing 40 shoulder press, and she was like, oh my gosh, this is so hard. But I was like, not really, she should be doing more than that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's only hard because I think she probably doesn't train. Maybe she doesn't do shoulder press that much, because I feel like somebody who works out as much as she does could do it. But I still have to say that even myself, when I tweaked my shoulder, I had to take a step back. And when I took a step back, I feel like I lost some strength here. I think you just have to keep hitting it, because, correct me if I'm wrong, that's why I say I'm not an expert, because I don't know all this stuff per se. It's just my observation. If you're not hitting it, you lose it. You can kind of lose it. So when I was building back up from like 35s, I went down to like 30, 35, but that's just because I had some irritation going and inflammation stuff going on. But I realized I had to keep working up. I was like doing the 40s, doing the 45s, doing the 50, So again, that is not me saying this person should be doing more or me comparing myself. Not at all. I'm just saying that, okay, I get it, that it's all relative. That's what I say. When people say, oh, you're strong, it's relative. That's my answer. And I think other people should consider adopting that, because it is relative. There's no just one, you're strong. I mean, I guess there's just like, ultimately, there's a range on most exercises where people are like, okay, you're strong. But at the end of the day, if someone is working at that exercise day in and day out, don't you think they would become, either they would get stronger, their nervous system would adapt to moving that weight, and all these different things, right? So it just comes with the territory. Anyways, I'm over here trying to think about what I'm about to do next. If I want to hit these, yeah, let's do it. Even though I just got to 7, maybe I can get another 7 and then drop it. You know what I mean? You only do, okay, see, that's the thing. See, I'm doing it twice. So I'm just saying, like, if I drop down to once, you just never know. Like, that's probably going to slow down certain progress and stuff like that. It's all relative. It's how you're hitting it, And since I, like, for example, with my glutes and stuff, I was like, I really want to see results. So I started doing 3 times a week, like a year ago. And that's just what I've been hitting. That was 8. Was it? Well, again, everybody's different, because some people don't count that first rep. Remember, I was telling you, if you're doing all this, okay, the legs are going to get it to like here, But there's still a lot of just muscling it up. So I don't know if people really count that first rep. I usually just start counting once I'm already up here and got it to here, and then bring it down, and then I start counting. Oh, really? The lamb? Are you talking about? It's kind of like you ground it. It's like a diagonal with the barbell, and then you're kind of going like this. I've done that. But I don't know why. I just felt like, if anything, maybe I wasn't doing it right. I felt like a lot of ligaments with that. I just felt like because the bar wants to move this way, seems like, and you're trying to push it this way, so it's like it's a lot. It's not as fixed as I would want it to be. Okay. It's almost like a 0 rep. Well, it's everybody's different. Some people count that. I think it's as I've heard people say if it's clean, you count it. If it's kind of like whoa, you don't count that, because that's like the lift off rep. Come to me now. Okay, so look, I'm always open to suggestions, right? But when you say real training, what you talking about? Like what made you say that like you gonna show me some real training? Like what does that mean? Oh, thank you. Yeah, you guys, I mean, hey, I feel like YouTube kind of like, because look, when I scroll the live, I see random people, and if you found me through just scrolling through, hey, you come hang with me. I'm gonna be going live and stuff. It's real chill over here. It's real chill. That's all there is to it. So, all right, let me get back to it. Let's see what's a good angle. Let's go a bit here. Just give a little, yeah, that should be good. But yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I think you can kind of count that first rep if you really wanted to just for, hey, I actually moved that weight. You could count it because technically, I mean, you are getting that work. You are actually doing something to the muscle. All right, time to bring it down. Yeah, that's how you know. I mean, I'm just saying, you train for a certain amount of time, and you know when it's time to shut it down. It's time to shut it down on that weight, at least. Because you just know that there's such thing as like I said, you saw me. I got to that, 7th rep, and I was like, nah, shut it down there for that set. But then there's also shutting it down for that weight. Because if you go hit that next set and say you don't really get either as clean reps or get to that rep range that you want or those reps, it kind of means for me that I'm already starting to really fatigue at that weight. So bringing it down is a lot more where I need to be. I mean, that's just how I've always understood it, and that's how I've been kind of learning it, that there is such thing as, okay, you're kind of fatigued at that weight. So just drop it and then just keep on going. Because, I mean, I'm already fatigued. I already just exerted a lot with that weight. So I don't know if it's like not really the I'm not going to get into all this tensile fibers and all this, but that tension and stuff, it's like the muscles don't know the weight that you did, but it does know the stress that was put on it. You know what I mean? It's all these little tidbits. And that's what I said. I'm not here to teach per se, but it's like if you put together all my tidbits, you might be able to learn a little something, you know? So, anyways, you guys let me know. And you guys usually will correct me. And you just be like, oh, yeah, that's how I know it to be. Or just whatever. You guys will usually chime in. Like, I remember when I was describing, you know, what are the rep ranges for strength? What are the rep ranges for hypertrophy? And what are the rep ranges for, like, endurance, blood flow, pump stuff? And, I mean, I kind of said it broadly because you'll see out there, some people say hypertrophy is 6 reps to 12 reps, as long as you're failing in between that range. But then there's other people like, nah, that's too broad. Do 8 to 10, you know? Oh, thank you. Yeah, athlete. You've been wearing a lot of athlete too. Is that kind of like what you're into right now?
It's like the most like to me like the best part of the name. People would be like, "You're just saying it because you work out there." I'm like,
No. Yeah, I started working out here and I didn't wear any. I actually was kind of stubborn because I was like, I'm not just gonna like wear it because. But then I tried. They had a sale last year. Right. So now it's I just got this. But I bought this through like they had a $10 sale. You know, sometimes they had a $10.
When I first started,
Okay.
out here,
Oh, you said the $10. Okay. Right. Right, I know. So I got these, and then I didn't even know they were gonna match. This is the new drop, the bra. Okay, you have those. Okay, yeah. But I don't know if I should have paid $50. Well, do you think it's fair? A fair price?
To be honest, no. Because when they have the sale, I'm just
I know,
like,
and they drop it.
Just wait.
Well, that's what I kind of been doing, but I don't want to miss out like on a colorway that I like.
Yeah, because I will say this, like, since I've been here since August.
Yeah.
And when I first got here, they had like that green. And
Yeah, that looks good on you. Yeah.
I came back.
Right.
Everybody was like, oh my gosh, that green again. I'm like, I'm glad I got it.
Yeah, that's good.
Because it's gone.
Yeah, I jumped on this, and then that dark. Even that. Do you have the dark pink or the purplish pink one?
No.
You saw that other one that came out, just
that
like
fuchsia purple. Yeah.
I got that too.
Yeah, that's cute.
But
I see pink is your favorite color.
of course.
Yeah.
But I've been checking the website and it's not sold out. I'm not saying it's supposed to be sold out now, but I was like, I got on it because I thought it was gonna get sold out. It's not even sold out yet, so I was like, I'm gonna wait.
And then they're probably gonna drop something new. From what I can see, like they probably have new drops, like maybe like every 3 or 5 months. Like
they do.
A brand should. But they were saying that this last sale that they just had, I guess, was their like birthday sale.
Yeah.
And so everything was cheaper. But it's like, if you really like it, I say get it.
Yeah.
It is quality. Like in comparison to, I did like a review on Honor.
Oh yeah.
Honor brand.
Yeah.
And I didn't really like it. I feel like it just wasn't.
Everybody raves about it. I was looking at. I don't know if it was that one or navigation, but the waistband was coming up to like here on people, and I was like, that's not cute. Yeah, I know, right? I was like, if that's how far the waistband be coming up, I'm not.
Yeah, and I feel like Alphalete, the quality in terms of like how many times I wash it, I feel like I can wash it 1,000 times. It's never gonna lose. Its form.
Yeah, for the most part, it's been good. Yeah. The only thing I've messed up on, that's what I'm telling you, I'm on live right now. No. This took me forever to put on. And I be sized it down. These are extra small, girls. Let me size you wear. Right, but it's really tight to get on. One time. Yeah, right in that. I was like, not these, but I had some other ones. Actually, when they had that sale last year, I got multiple items in the same color.
Yeah, you have to.
Because you just never know. And anyway, like I got a whole bunch of black ones. I got like some gray ones just to wear out and about. So I wear that. So yeah. But you gotta just watch it.
Yeah, and I was gonna say the ones with the like, because I have those on too. I forget
what
this one is. It isn't.
Is it Aura? I don't know all these names.
Yeah, the pump ones are a little bit thicker than this. Like I want to get the black and the pump.
You like the pump? Oh yeah, they have that. You didn't get it yet? Or well, no, that was. Well, the only thing with the pump, I didn't like them because sometimes the little crease would come up here on my butt. So I had to like keep putting it in a spot.
So I forget which line
this one's okay, but I just feel like you think so? Yeah, but it doesn't push up either.
Yeah.
When you get that pump in the right spot, it does what it needs to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so we could just. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Okay, we'll talk soon. Okay. My bad, y'all. That's what I'm saying. I just be chatting with people and stuff. It's all part of the. Okay, what y'all saying? Anything? Oh, thank you. Why is that dude in the back recording a podcast? Look, everybody just be doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? People be. Let me see if I'm trying to. He said a podcast. I think he's on live too. I think he's on. If I remember the guy you're talking about, he actually inspired me to go live. So that's the only guy I can think of that really is going in right now. Anyways, we were talking about Alphalete. Some of these little outfits I'd be wearing. But I mean, it gets kind of pricey. But they're flat. I think they're generally pretty flattering. You said, why is he recording a podcast? You guys are crazy. Well, look, this is a place to do it because I see all these videos on Instagram of like people getting mad at people recording in the gym and just getting mad at. I'm dropping down in the 50s. They be getting mad at people recording at the gym, and I mean, I low key kind of get it if that is the culture of that particular gym, and it's like not really like conducive to recording. You know, some people are just not into social media. Some people just aren't into. They're just not into that. You can't make people do that because I don't know if you guys seen these videos where people will walk around out in public recording people, or they'll go to public buildings. Like I saw one person with the DMV was just recording people. It's strange because that's not the norm. That's not how it's been. People just having cameras in their face. They don't know how that information is going to be edited about them. You'll have a lot of people, they'll record people in the background of their videos, and then they'll start zooming in on their face and showing their reactions. Like, look, everybody's looking at me, and then they zoom in on the guy in the back. It's just like, really? But the thing is, I do also agree that if you're in a public place, you're in a public place. You're being recorded right now on the surveillance. Yeah, it's not repurposed for content, but you're being recorded. You can't hide your face in public. Yeah, once the reps start getting shaky, you gotta shut it down. It's not worth it. It'll set you back. No. I didn't count. I need to breathe, even though like I look at my face in the mirror and I'm just like, these faces. You get over that after a while. When I first started in the gym, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want people to see my face. It comes with it. I don't know. Honestly speaking, if you're not making faces in the gym, I'm probably looking at you like, are you doing enough? Truly. Like, if you're really putting that work, your face is gonna get crazy. I don't know what to tell you. So, yeah, but what helped for me, yeah, I was making like kind of like a tense face, but exhaling, you know, just like, you know, that's kind of what helped me with that. I'm gonna do one more. The 50s felt like they were real smooth. Yeah, I know, right? So, oh, thank you, KMO. Or I try. I'm just saying, like, whatever's flattering, you know, honestly speaking. And I realize, you know, some people will chime in and be like, somebody was like, where are your clothes at? It doesn't bother me. I don't care about that. But truly, I like my shorts. I like my little bras, whatever. I like to see what's happening when I'm working out, like what's popping. But two, I see people like work out in hoodies that kind of like they're not form fitting to the body. That's another thing that I want to share with you guys. That like I like the form fitting stuff because it's like almost not really skin, but it's it fits. It's form fitting to the body. You don't have all this fabric moving around. Because when I sweat, I just I want to be cool, so the air can kind of come over me and cool me down and stuff. But I do like the form fitting stuff for that reason. Not a whole bunch of fabric moving around. The fabric and sweat just moving all around. Mm-mm. Everybody's different. I know this one guy. He had on this hoodie, and then he had it over his head. He felt like that helped him to lock in. I was like, no, you look hot. Take that off. So everybody's different. All right, let me just, from here on out, I've been doing 4 sets of most stuff, but I'm gonna do 3 lat raises, 3 sets of lat raises, and then I'll just play it by ear for the arm stuff. Favorite leggings from, see, I don't know all the little names and stuff. And I don't really, I did stock up. They had a big sale last year on a whole bunch of leggings. And like even these, like just a few months ago, they had this in the $10 section in the little store out there for $10. And I was like, oh yeah, like, of course I'm in there. But I don't really I don't just go after leggings. I don't think they're flattering. I think they make my butt look flat sometimes. These ones, I think, are okay. It's almost like they have some leeway back here. So it just, kind of lets your natural butt just, I know it sounds crazy, but it is. I mean, we could really get into it. There's some leggings that literally just like squeeze so tight. So I don't know if that answered you, but because I haven't even tried they have pump ones, but it's like I was telling this lady over here at my gym, sometimes if that little crease moves out from where it's supposed to be to push it up, it just looks weird. It's like cutting off your butt. That's why I like wearing shorts. You don't gotta deal with all that. You don't gotta deal with all that. All right. I'm doing one more, you guys. I'm trying to just do that breathing stuff I was saying. I mean, I already do breathe, but I was really focusing on just like really exerting, really pushing. After this, I'm gonna speed it up. I've been talking. All right, y'all. These just started slowing down around like 4 or 5, right? Wipe this down. All right, I'm gonna catch up, chat with you guys for just like a little bit. I need to go ahead and speed it up because, well, I'm not rushing out of here. It's just, I just kind of get, I get to talking. Okay, I'm not even gonna front. Your outfits did catch my attention when I first clicked on your channel. I appreciate it. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, I think I've heard that before. Even this guy in here, when I first met him, you know, he was like, oh, she's recording and stuff. But then he had to actually tell me, well, it wasn't about the clothes, but it was just like, just about being serious and working out. And, you know, because some people get in here and start recording themselves and taking pictures, and it's just like, they just be like into themselves or whatever. Or they just be like, it's not really a fashion show, or it's just like, you know, let me just pose and stuff. But he was like, no, for real, like, you really be working out. Like, almost like he underestimated me. And I was like, I mean, what do you think this is? Like, I mean, that's my theme, y'all. Like, I don't think you should be at the gym if you're not gonna be working out. And when I say working out, I mean working out for real, for real. Like, what are you doing if you're not working out? Or at least trying to figure out, hey, what are the movements that I need to be doing to get to my goals? You know, whether that's going, I mean, I'm not saying go home and watch YouTube videos and start studying, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie. In order for me to kind of learn stuff, I had to say, what do I need to do to get to where I need to go? So without a whole nother speech, define. Okay, see, that's what I was telling her. Define, I don't know if Define's another one of them. No, I don't think, I've seen those ads popping up. I don't like high waistbands. Even this is a little bit, and see, this kind of rolls too. I mean, I don't know, it's crazy. We're talking about clothes. You know, I like more of a mid-waist. I don't like all this pulling it up to like here. No. I mean, that's just me. So if Define's got like a mid-waist option or something like that, I'm checking them out. But the thing is, I don't really like leggings. If I'm gonna wear leggings, like when it gets cool, I do like to have some on hand. Like today, I have leggings to put on. Actually, when all my closet was just shorts, I was like in a bind because it got cold last year and I didn't even have any leggings. Like I was like, I'm gonna need some leggings just in a pinch. Anyways, let's keep it moving. The waistband is shorter. Okay. Oh, that's good. See, the waist, that's important. That'll make or break for me. Shorts or leggings, like that waistband's gotta be right. Anyways, let me see. Did I miss anybody? As long as you don't end up in a Joey Swole video, you're okay. Recording yourself. Hold on. And not maliciously recording other people. Right. There's just levels to it. That's crazy. People just be doing all that stuff. I mean, Joey, don't get me started on Joey Swole either. Because I just feel like he just tries to belittle people. He knows people are gonna go on people's pages and just harass them. And just there's one thing about some of his content that that's one thing I don't agree with. You know? Like, shame on you. Everything is so shame on you. And that you have to, oh, it's loud. You guys chime in if it gets a little too loud out here. You know what I'm saying? Him and Goob is another one. Joey Swole, his is a little different, right? He's trying to make sure that people have gym etiquette and things like that. But, oh, it's loud. You know, but Goob, this goes back to a point that I made the other day. That I don't agree with people editing their photos, right? Per se. I don't. But if people do, I'm just like, what are you going to do about it? You're going to blast them on social media and make everybody run to their page and start harassing them because you have all these keyboard warriors. These people wouldn't say this in real life. And these people know that. They know that they're going to go, and then people got to shut down their pages in private. Okay. Is it that, oh, I pulled out a ruler and I measured the background to make sure that, really? Why? Why is that important? Because I have to tell the general public that they're being lied to. That I told you guys, the general public needs to have some sense to know, hey, am I going to buy this program? Am I going to have unrealistic expectations that I'm going to look exactly like this person when I finish this program? No, not as, why would you think that? So if they edit their photos just to like it's all smoke and mirrors. At the end of the day, all these eating channels, they're eating that food and spitting it out. Everything is smoke and mirrors. If you believe everything is real online, then something's wrong with you. But that's their hustle. Their hustle is to show people, oh, I'm real. I call out the fakeness. Even that guy who said that he had an explosive blow up in his face. I forgot that guy's name. I mean, yeah, like you shouldn't lie, but at the same time, I don't know. I just think there's just levels to it. I just don't agree with just bashing people. Okay, he came out and said it was a lie. And yeah, so anyways, you get what I'm saying? I just think they just take it so far. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, he got around. He does it for content too. Okay, see you. Thanks for checking in. Okay, you're probably gone now. Yeah, you guys just look. I can get to talking. So if you guys need to go and pop in and out, and we'll chat. Hey, morning. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is, I want to put this in the right way so you guys don't misunderstand. I'm not saying you should just be lying, but I also feel like, what do you guys think clickbait is? What do you think some of your most famous, popular influencers are doing? Everything is clickbait. Everything is to garner attention. Whether it's editing your photos so your waist looks snatched and people are like, oh, I'm trying to click on that. I'm trying to see what's up. Then you get to her page or you get to her programs and you're like, oh, let me get that. It's marketing. I'm not saying I'm all knowing, but think about it, right? And so that all these guys who have their own niche of, say, so-called calling people out for the lies, that's a hustle to them too. But it's not really a real hustle per se, because they all do it. So they never run out of content because they're always going to find somebody who's altering their stuff or creating the illusion. Look at Burger King. Look at all these McDonald's and stuff. They already admit that when they do their marketing photos, it's not even real food. They use props. So what are you going to sue them and be like, oh my gosh, I thought I was getting the burger that looked exactly like the picture. That's exactly what you're doing when you're calling out these influencers for editing their photos. It's the same concept, but I think people are a little bit more sensitive to it. Because when it comes to your body or like your person, you shouldn't be lying about that, right? Everything should be authentic. I mean, hey. But again, a disclaimer, I don't want you guys to think I'm endorsing lying. No, I'm not. It's just, they're all doing it. Like, I was talking to somebody yesterday about their food. They were doing like a food page, but they said it was hard for them to eat all the food. And I was just like, not really work smarter. Don't work harder, work smarter. The people that you think are, if you don't want to mess up your body or have to account for all those calories you're eating and you still want your food channel, your food page, what do you think these people are doing? They're eating the food and they're spitting it out. And they're cutting the scenes. They're cutting the scenes. But to the viewer, it's like, oh my gosh, this is so interesting. This is so interesting. It's content. It's all content. It's all for your entertainment. Please feel a trick squeeze and get great. Never let them all get in between of what we started. Little nigga, but I'm lying hard. They let me when I was stuck in their head. From that car that I couldn't get it. Draw like I'm an artist. I'm crawling straight to walk with performance. And my garage is a foreign bitch. But now, fucking sucking and swallowing. Anyways. Can you guys kind of feel me on that? I don't know if you guys were even listening. Oh no, I'm not married. I usually come to these after you've been on for these coasts, and a lot of folks are off because. Oh, okay. Oh really? What kind of weather's going on? Some snow stuff? Yeah. You know, it's all good. I just turn this on, and whoever shows up, you know, you show up with me, and we kind of chat about a few things, and you know, that's it. It's pretty loud. Even for you guys, I'm concerned about you guys, it being loud, but at the same time, it's a little loud for me, I'm not gonna lie. I usually can hang, but it's pretty loud. All right, so after I finish, oh wow, turning, okay. Oh, you're in Virginia. I'm from Virginia. I think I told you that. Like, what part of Virginia are you from? Or where do you live? Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, after I do this, I'm gonna go inside. It's loud. Central, okay. I grew up in Northern Virginia. It's crazy. The main thing, you know, because Virginia is a Commonwealth state, which I don't know if all over Virginia they handle like stuff the same way, but I know in Virginia, I don't know, it sounds crazy. So like growing up, like when I started driving and stuff, and all like my young adulthood and stuff, there's always cops on the highway. They're always gonna get you. I noticed that. Like, you really do be looking out because they just be hiding, and then when they get you, you're gonna get a ticket, usually. Like, always. Here, I'm in Houston, you don't really got to, well, I can speak for myself, since I've been here. I'm not watching my back on the road, per se, because they're not really, for me, they're not really pulling over. And when I have gotten pulled over, they let me go. I mean, I'll be nice. I don't be like everybody else. Like, why are you pulling me over? What do you mean? I'm not going to, no. That's another subject we can talk about another time. I'm very cordial. I'm very like, hey, you know, how can I help you? You know, okay, no problem. Here's my license. Da, 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 da. Let me get my phone. I just don't understand. Anyways, aside from that, it's night and day for me, at least. Here, I'm not gonna lie. I be speeding or whatever. I be like ripping and running. And I don't be scared because they just don't be messing with people. I think they got more things to worry about. But when I'm back in Virginia, even when I go back and visit, I've gotten pulled over. I'm like, oh my gosh. Just for random stuff. Oh, you cut this person off too close. Or just everything. And I'm like, that's the main thing. If I want to compare, and I mean, it's noticeable because you know, when you're, not really, it's part of the lifestyle, but you know how to nap. When you're into different states, you kind of know how certain states get down or certain cities. Whole states on watch. I'm originally from PG. Okay. I got my car stolen, I think it was PG County before. Well, long story short, way back, I went into the gas, I pulled over, I tried to use my card at the pump, and it didn't work. So instead of locking my car like somebody should, I was like, oh, okay, let me just go into the store. I come out, my keys were still in the car. And they took my car. I literally see my car just pulling out of the gas station. I'm like, oh my gosh. But luckily, it was crazy because I had an issue with my car at the time. It was overheating. So I knew how to deal with it because I was trying to go get it fixed. So I kind of really was like babying my vehicle at the time. I was like, let me not. But see, I don't think they didn't know it was overheating. So I think they found out it was overheating and they went and parked it somewhere. So I got it back and I got that issue fixed after like, I don't know if it was like a week. But yeah, no, ever since I was in Maryland, I was really on watch. And then I don't know if they have them in Maryland or DC for sure now, but those traffic light cameras, that's a whole nother ball game. Yeah. Anyways, we could just, it's so many topics, man. We could just be on here forever. Okay, I'm gonna finish these out and then go inside and do arms. And that should be it. All right. Yeah, so it's crazy. All right, y'all, it's loud, so I'm gonna go inside. Yeah, I mean, I see people pulled. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've gotten pulled over here for speeding for sure, because I do drive faster. I mean, it just not really comes with the territory. I mean, it just is what it is. I'd be getting pulled over, but they don't. I don't know. They're just not as sticklers. Every single time I've been pulled over. It's just like not really. I can talk my way out of it. Actually, one cop was just like, "I'm not gonna lie. You must not be from around here because, like." All the girls and like a lot of the people I pull over around here, they be talking crazy and they're just not pleasant and they're just so difficult to work with. And he actually like, not really congratulated me. What is the term? He was just like, I'm gonna let you go. This was like a year ago or maybe even 2 years ago. He was like, I'm gonna let you go because you just were so pleasant with me. Like you were respectful, you know, you were pleasant and you don't find that. So he said just off that sole reason. I had all these things like I didn't stop at the stop sign to turn right. I will say that. I had some defective on the back of my I don't know what it was. I think my my registration. Look, now I'm putting myself on blast. But look, I mean, I think a lot of people do that sometimes. You just go get your stuff right. So it was a little overdue, the registration, the sticker. So that, and then there was something else. My tail light was out, which of course I got fixed, all that stuff. But he could have written me up on. He was like, you know, I'm gonna let you go. You just go get your stuff handled, whatever. I'm gonna let you go. I was like, see, that's why you gotta be pleasant, and that's why I know it works. Why are you hooting and hollering when you get pulled over? Like, I saw this video on Instagram just the other day. This lady, the cop came to give her a ticket, and she just like threw it out the window. Maybe you guys have seen it. It's going viral. And she just threw it. Like, she just threw it out the window. Like, I'm not taking that. And I guess she got arrested. I'm just like, why? Everybody knows when you get pulled over. Certain states are different. But generally speaking, if you don't sign the ticket, they can arrest you. Because you have to say you're going to appear in court. Sign your ticket and fight in court. And even when I've gotten tickets here, I'll go to court, but they're so backlogged. I will say, it was so many people at court. They just start like letting people go. Like, they just be like dismissed. Your lawyer didn't. No, not your lawyer. Your police officer didn't show up. Just random stuff. And then you get off that way. So there's just so many ways you can get off. But instead, people want to buck at the cops. It's not it. Some people need to learn how to control their tempers. It's really about anger management and just being emotional. So many people are so emotional. They can't handle themselves in a simple traffic stop. It's just really crazy to me. They feel like they have to have power in that situation. Actually, no, it's more wise. It's wiser to control yourself and say, hey, you know what? I probably was speeding. I probably was doing what they said I was doing. So if you're smart about it, you take your little ticket and handle it like an adult. But no, everybody wants to be like, oh my gosh, why are you pulling me over? Why are you telling me what to do? Da da da. I'm not getting out the car. Da 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 da. Don't get me started. This is a warm up. All right, you know your rights. But I think there's a difference between knowing your rights and just being pleasant. Everything is not about my rights and not my rights. I think there's a middle ground where it's like, if you're pleasant and you kind of create an environment where it's conducive to just say, hey, I'm not going to escalate things, you know, it usually works out better for people. Right? Whether you feel like you're right, whether you think you're wrong, there's just a skill in being able to control yourself enough to just be like, hey, you know, officer, da da da, or just ask nicely, hey, what am I being pulled over for? Not, why are you pulling me over? What are you doing? Like, that's escalating. That's escalating. You have a right to ask, but how you ask it. Anyways. Yeah, well, I'm not really, it's like I'm preaching to the choir, right? Like, all this stuff is like, everybody should know this, right? But it seems like time and time again, this is a warm up. I'm gonna go for the 40s. This is the 35. These are the 35s. Just kind of. Yeah, it gets crazy, y'all. Hey, good morning, Sandeep. Their attitude gets arrested. I'm saying. It's like this being in denial and being in like, I didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, again, it's a fine line between you didn't do anything wrong and you feeding into the escalation. You have to understand, I'm not saying you got to understand where the cops are coming from. They're already expecting, they have to be on edge. because they don't know what band people are coming out of. So why would you feed into a stereotype or feed into any type of heightened situation? Hey. You know what I mean? So that you can put yourself in these really crazy, unfortunate situations. But, you know, hey, what can I say? Let me go right here. No. Oh, really? Well, one day, you know, maybe you come out here. Yeah. Yeah, that's wait, where are you? KMO, where'd you say you were based? Okay. Oh, you're in Virginia. I'm trying to like track the names. Yeah, it's a little way. I mean, it's only like a 3 to Houston. It's like 3.5 hour flight. Every stop is potentially life-threatening. They never know who's in the car, if they're gonna get shot, or exactly. And they're trained to be on these heightened awareness. You never know if someone's having mental health issues. So they're already on edge. And people blame them for being on edge. What do you expect? They're there to protect and serve. They're there to be like, hey, I have to protect this society. I have to, you know what I mean? So if you're over here popping it, what do you think they're gonna do? Like, what do you think they're gonna do? They don't know what you're gonna do if you start getting crazy with them. So, all right, let me grab these 40s. So I've just been kind of like exposing myself to the 40s just so I can go up with, to seeing how many reps I can get. As long as they start getting more smooth, then I know I'm going in the right direction. That was only like 5 reps or so. Thanks, Bruce. Yeah, and forgive me. I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know if this happens to you guys. I do I can't even talk. I do exert a lot in my workouts. But I will say that I was like feeling kind of not embarrassed last time, or one of the times, because I start to like, I joke with myself that like when I'm working out, all the blood flow is just going to my muscles. It's not going to my brain. But sometimes I can't put my thoughts into words because I truly feel like at the end of my workout, I'm just zapped. I'm just like, until I can replenish and then I'm back with it. But that's why you may hear me rambling towards the end, because I'd be like, ooh, putting in, I mean, hey, it comes with it. I just be sharing. I'm gonna put these back. I just be kind of sharing the stuff I be going through. It's nothing crazy though. It's nothing crazy. Honestly, I just, like I said, I've shared with you guys, like when I get lightheaded, that's the thing. Well, let me call it, I don't know if you want to call it lightheaded. Like when you stand up and then you're just like, whoa, that's something like, I don't know if it's carbs, I don't know if it's sugar. I'm not diabetic or anything, but those are just some of the warning signs that I look out for when I'm training. You know what I mean? I think I've really gotten better at managing the CNS overload I was experiencing a few months ago, where I kind of would have this tunnel vision right after I would lift heavy. And I felt like I was like in like I I don't know what I felt. It was really kind of weird. I read about it though. It's like a CNS overload when your central nervous system is like kind of overloaded and stuff. So, anyways, I'm kind of just walking you guys through. Everything's not perfect, right? That's why I said I'm just trying stuff and learning what's best for me, and I have adapted. So now I'm doing my heavy sets on the Smith machine for my hip thrust. That takes a lot of the total body exertion out, so I can just focus on the glutes. It's not as draining, and it's not giving me all that head stuff I was experiencing. Anyways, yeah, just so these are just like my little quirks, like I said. But towards the end of the workout, I'm just kind of blabbering. All right. I'll probably get off of here in a bit. Even though I got triceps to do. Unless you guys want to stick around, I just feel like I've been on here forever. Upper body light glutes from Gym Block is what it was called. Which one? Okay, so what do you say? Okay, did you check that one out? Oh, really? So like what? It's like just really, like what are you seeing? Is it like really windy and stuff? Is stuff blowing around? Are you out and about or what? Hey, Jeff. All right, I'll be right back. Sorry, guys, my nose. These shorts look good on you. I like these. Those look nice.
Honor.
Okay.
Yeah,
a lot of people
like
like Honor. You been wearing them a lot, or you just got into them? You've been wearing them.
Maybe January, February. So
Oh.
recently this year.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you got a few. Those look good. Do you feel like the waistband comes up high, or you like that's how you like it?
There's two brands, two materials. One that's the higher. This one doesn't. It's like still mid.
Yeah.
And then there's one that's a little bit lower.
Oh.
You'll see pictures.
Yeah.
Like at the end of a photo.
Yeah.
To show you the difference.
Okay. I kind of like a lower. I don't know because I just feel like
this one.
Okay. Yeah.
This one's enhanced, and it's more the material is more like
good.
on you. But it's still very stretchy.
Nice.
So it doesn't feel tight on you like some athletes. You know how some are just tight all around.
Oh my gosh, it took me forever to put these on, girl. Like I thought I was gonna rip them.
That's what I'm saying. So they're tight on you, but they're like a good tight where you still can move.
Okay, that's good.
I move a lot, you know.
So I might try it out.
The whole running and then all that other stuff. Like you want something comfortable.
Yeah, of course.
You know. Not where you're heavy,
right,
you know, or like sucked in. So I like to.
Well, I'll let you know. I might try them. Everybody keeps talking about them. Everybody keeps talking about them.
Kate doesn't like them.
Who? Kate?
Kate, my partner.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But
I just saw. Where's that girl? She. I don't know if you know Paris.
No.
Yeah. She was just here. She had on black.
Oh no, black no.
Anyways, I think she left. But she was like, she told me today. She's like, I don't like Honor. So it's like I think it's a hit or miss maybe, but they look good. I didn't even really.
They're gonna look amazing on you.
You think so? I'll keep you posted. All right. My bad, y'all. Okay, wait. What did I miss? Oh, that won't be surprised. Oh man, yeah, that's a lot. You be careful out there. I don't know what all you have to do and stuff today. Wow, check. Oh, my bad. Don't get mad. Look, I've been on here for what is this? 145 minutes. So, I've been doing my fair share of chatting. Okay, give me some topics. Whatever you guys want to talk about. I don't care. All right, I think that was 3. I did the 40s, and then I did 35, and then I did 35 again. So I could do that one more time. All right. Okay, how long you been here? 80, 101M. I don't know if you just kind of passing through or what. We kind of been going through a few different topics. It's just whatever comes to mind, honestly. Okay. Let me start setting up. See what I do typically. Especially when I get to the end, I'll start setting up for the next thing because I get ready to go. But like I said, I'm gonna really try to kind of sit down and see. It may or may not work. I'm thinking in theory it could work. 7 days a week. I come in here for more of a shortened period, do this like 3 exercises, hit those hard, get everything I want to get done that I typically would do during a 5-day split, but just spread it out. And so I can hit, you know what I mean? So like right now, for example, like I feel not really like I'm running on fumes, but I'm almost on fumes. Like meaning, I don't know if you guys feel that. Like you just get to the point where you're just like, okay, my energy stores, if you know what that feels like, they feel like they're starting to be like depleted, like not really weak, just I never know the right word to say. Like it's not weak either. It's just maybe a little bit of mental fog coming through. All right. So this will be my little. Hey, good morning. So let me hit the hammer curls again. Okay. All right, y'all. Just hitting these hammer curls. Let me go from this. It's okay angle. You can see what's happening. Those ones I was trying to emphasize the actual curl. Because sometimes, even myself, I start kind of like going through the movements. You know what I mean? You could just like start doing that. But you got to figure out, are you still working what you need to work? And that's the thing for me, that things start clicking. You're just like, oh my gosh. For example, when you squat, look, I'm not a big squatter, but I still now I know the difference. You can literally just be bouncing up and down like this. Okay, I'm squatting. You know what I mean? Versus like when you're really getting into that stretch, what you're trying to hit. And all these different variations where if you're coming down more like this, that's working one way. Versus if you have more of a leaned over, you know, you can get into them glutes more, right? But you wouldn't know that when you're kind of starting out or a beginner. You just like, oh yeah, hey, look, I'm squatting. I'm just squatting, like, you know what I mean? And that's, no, trust me, I've been there too. You could just start going through these movements, but you always have to constantly remind yourself, like, what am I hitting? Am I just going like this? Or am I actually contract? Anyways, look, I could go on and on. but it's a thing. Seven days. Oh, really? Okay, that's good. 7 days. Let me know. Drop it down in the comment. How do you really have it split up? Because like I said, the only people I know who do 7 days, they do like their main stuff for like a good 5 days of it, and then like and then they, like maybe the other 2 days, it's just working on some accessory stuff, abs or calves or cardio. But I'm thinking more of like a well-rounded, evenly distributed type of situation throughout the week. I think it could work, Let me see. Oh, that feels heavy. This might be too light. Right. And then, like I said, well, I don't know if I said it, but when you're kind of like new or beginner, it's not always just in your head. Your muscles may not have the development needed to even connect the mind to that muscle because they're just underdeveloped. So you don't even know what you're feeling. You're like, wait, what am I feeling? That was hard for me with my glutes early on because I'm like, wait, what? But again, when you start knowing what you're hitting and you actually get into that stretch, you're like, oh, that's what that's supposed to feel like. If I don't feel that, I need to start moving something around because you can't just start squatting and you don't even know, you're not even connecting with that movement. The blood pathways too. I can't pinpoint exactly what I'm trying to say on that, but I do think it's all related because as you keep training that muscle more, it starts to grow and those blood pathways are shuttling blood and fluid and nutrients in that direction to that muscle, right? So I think it all goes together. Your nervous system starts to connect with that muscle as well, right? So I think that's why they say mind muscle connection, because if you think about it and you know what you're hitting, there's just this other component where the nervous system starts to adapt how you're lifting that weight. It's moving it efficiently. When you first start doing a movement, it might be kind of shaky because you're just like, wait, what am I doing? But as you keep doing it, like, it's not just you moving it. It's just like the nervous system is knowing how to efficiently work that muscle. Again, I know I told you guys I'm not an expert. And I probably should stop saying it. Because I just feel like I share stuff with you guys, but I just feel like I'm just truly like not a teacher. You know what I mean? It's like I get to going and I'm like, wait, I feel like I'm teaching right now. That's not who I am. Too light. A little too light. This is 90. I might be overshooting. Not on hammer curls. Actually, that one feels good. But I do think I need to switch it up because it's starting to feel like more compound than let me look it up. I'm pretty sure hammer curls are working. I don't know if they're working the front of your delts or not, but I feel like it's not just my biceps moving. So that's why I do vary it with, on the alternate day, I do the easy curls, just so I'm still making sure I'm trying to just hit the biceps. But no, I'm just trying to think what way you could be doing it that would be causing that. But no, I told you guys, for me, the only thing that really kind of I have to not do is like preacher curls, because I don't know if it's the triceps that are just getting smushed, but on that pad, when I'm doing preacher curls, like my tricep, it starts hurting back here. It's getting like mashed. Yeah, I don't know. You're doing it with dumbbells too? Have you tried it with like a rope, like the rope all the way down and doing it like this? Or like sometimes I'll do like an angle, or I'll stand right on top of it. I was doing that. Again, I just moved different variations when I changed my program up. My bad. Some like angles. There we go. That's better. It is heavy. It's heavy. So I don't know how many that was, but I'm just trying to give it, give it the way that it needs. I feel like sometimes I personally or others can get like comfortable at a weight and just like, okay, but you gotta keep hitting it and keep going up, inching up. Oh, you think so? Maybe that's what it is. Because I just like, I'm moving up and down, I'm putting it right up under here, and then I'm leaving a space. I just don't, well, sometimes I can get it perfect, but rarely. They have a machine over there that I think maybe it's softer or whatever, maybe the angle is different. It feels good. I just haven't doubled back in a while. But again, like I said, this week I'll probably be rewriting my program. So I don't know if that's gonna get incorporated. It's either that or the incline. I'm doing incline like bench, dumbbells. That's good. Yeah, you can try the rope. Say give an expert. Look, maybe I should like make that into like a hashtag. I'm not an expert. That's the hashtag. I'm not an expert. Like, it's just something I've been saying. Nah, I mean, it's truly like, well, here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. I think it's okay for people to ask questions, but I also think like, maybe it's a different topic. I think people ask questions and you can't really answer it in one answer. Like, how long will it take me to grow muscle? Like, that's not an answer I can even answer, you know? And then if I try to break down why I can't answer it in one sitting, then I feel like I'm getting into the mechanics of, well, first, you know, your newbie gains, you know what I mean? And so you have to describe what are newbie gains, right? Again, that's a thing too, right? Where you haven't really been training your muscles. So your body's like, oh, I'm gonna start adapting quick, and I'm gonna start right. Versus if you've been training for a while, it takes more to grow that muscle after a while. So you have to hit it with variations and things of that nature, right? So then when you start breaking all this down, you're like, this is just stuff I know, but there's just so many levels to it. All right, I'm gonna do one more of these, and then I'm gonna do my little burnout, and then I'll be done. Thanks for sticking with me, you guys. I know you guys are probably like, oh my gosh. Right. I have a rope and down balance. Yeah. You give that rope a try. There's so many different things you can do with this. Actually, I don't know if you have a rope like this or handle. I like this one. And I think other people like it too, because I see other people looking for this in the gym. But I like this one because, well, this is not what I'm trying to show you. But stuff like this, it's like, sometimes this gets like slippery or something. I don't know what it is. It's like starts slipping. So my hands throughout the set is just like moving down slowly. And then it gets to here. It's okay. That was weird. But yeah, so that is, but this one doesn't really do that too much. Oh, thank you, Andrew. Yeah, like I said, just check in, y'all. I mean, it is what it is. I don't expect everybody to stick around for too long. Just say what's up and chat it up a little bit. All right, I'm good. I'm good on all this. So if you guys haven't seen, I'm sure you have. I do this all the time. This one. This just keeps that blood. I don't know. It just like pumps it up. It feels so good at the end. Hold on. Let me take one of these off. It's gotta be the perfect weight. And then I just alternate until I feel like it's taxed enough. And I'm kind of squeezing. But it's really like, you could just feel like all that blood going in there. See, it's like still kind of like failure and stuff. See this? I'm going slow, but it's like failing. Okay. All right. I think that's it, y'all. But I mean, we've been yapping, or I've been yapping. So it's part of it. You know how to describe it? And you're killing. Thank you. Okay, what you don't know how to describe? I'm thinking of the rowing exerciser. Are you talking about the cables, or it's like a seated? It's like you're going like this, like like that one, like the cardio. It's like a cardio machine. Okay, you do that one. Do you have that one? Where's my stuff? Everybody's putting in work. You can hear the little gym sounds, all the grunting and dropping weights and stuff. Oh, really? You got all this stuff you never used? At least you got some stuff. Some people don't even have stuff. That's good. You need to report back. I'm telling you. You need to. You guys are holding me accountable on certain stuff I need to do. Like I need to get a little journal, and I'm gonna hold you accountable because you got all that stuff. No pressure. Do what you gotta do. Like, but yeah, no, that stuff's good. And if you really know how to target, you're not just like yanking and yanking, but you're really actually kind of like squeezing when you get to here and like letting it pull you. Like that's how I've seen it work out well for people. No, go ahead. Sorry. Just that one of the dumbbells. There's a lot you can do with dumbbells. People don't really know that. They think like, oh, it's not enough. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're not going to be able to do like certain stuff that machines can do, like the stability stuff, you know. But if you can get good at dumbbells, I think that's good. That's a good start. No pink tomorrow? I don't think I can do that. I don't even have any green stuff. I mean, I honestly don't think I don't have any green gym stuff. So we'll just have to see what I come up with. Okay. Yeah, let me know. I mean, whatever I can do to help, you know, just let me know. Like if you're struggling, like I could just like, I don't know what I could do as far as like telling you what to do per se, but just let me know where you're kind of struggling and we can kind of talk about it on here and stuff. Because there is a lot you can do. There is a lot you can do with dumbbells. I mean, you'd be surprised. Okay, but I'm gonna do my little cardio and we're gonna talk tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. It's gonna be glutes. All right, anybody else want to chat a little bit before I go? I'm going back and forth because I need to use the bathroom, all the water I've been drinking. Okay, I'm gonna get off of here. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Have a good day. Bye.